celebrate not just the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, but also the beginning of a new chapter filled with limitless possibilities. Today, we celebrate not just your academic journey, but the beginning of a new chapter in your professional lives. Earning a master's degree is no small feat. I've been exactly where you're sitting in those seats. The countless hours of study, sleepless nights, going to practicum, which that's the funnest part, when you get to see the people and work with them and really put the academia to the person in front of you. All of the complex psychological theories and principles, evidence-based practices, as we really do our own work to really decolonize therapeutic practices and look at who those evidence-based practices were done by who and on. And it is really your role and responsibility to continue to question the status quo and continue to do this work and move the needle forward. Today, we honor your achievements and the journey you have taken to reach this milestone. Graduates, as you sit here in your caps and gowns, you're looking beautiful, all of you, ready to step into a world that needs your skills, your knowledge, and your compassion more than ever, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought you here. The field of applied psychology is unique in its ability to bridge the gap between theory and practice, science and human experience. You have delved into the complexities of human behavior, studied the intricacies of mental health, and learned how to apply the knowledge to help individuals and communities thrive. Applied psychology is a field that has the power to transform lives. It is the application of psychological principles to solve real-world problems, problems that we see happening day in and day out. Just turn the TV on, we see what's happening. As graduates of this program, you are equipped with the tools to address some of the most pressing issues of our time, and we need you now more than ever. Whether it's improving mental health services, enhancing workplace productivity, designing effective educational programs, or contributing to social justice, which we all should be doing, your expertise is needed. In recent years, the importance of mental health has gained much needed recognition. Raise your hand if you've been in a pandemic. all of us, all of our hands should be up right now. The global pandemic brought to light so much when it comes to mental health related stressors. All of us were exposed to grief, whether it was the loss of a loved one or just the loss of our ability to go to our favorite gym, our movie theater, to dine. So many of us who never knew grief, we knew grief during the pandemic. And we began to experience mental health related stressors if we had never experienced them before. And it is so important for us to really look at that time and how it's still impacting us today, because we all felt it and many of us are still dealing with the repercussions of the aftermath of the pandemic. As applied psychology graduates, you are uniquely positioned to make a difference. You have the skills to conduct meaningful research and advocate for policies that promote mental health and well-being. Your work can reduce stigma, increase access to care, and improve quality of life for countless individuals. As you go into your prospective careers, it is so important that you hold on to this and that you remember this information, because too often we get these degrees, we get in positions of power, and we forget about those who have been healing our communities before many of us were allowed in these institutions. And with that said, I think it's extremely important that we talk about the field of psychology and how it's historically been shaped by certain biases. But as new graduates, you have the opportunity to challenge these norms. You can conduct research that includes diverse populations, create interventions that are culturally responsive, and advocate for marginalized communities who have been historically excluded. By doing so, you will contribute to a more equitably and socially just society. I want to pay homage to the first of us in this field, like Francis Sumner, Inez Prosser, Kenneth and Manny Clark, Marigold Linton, Reiko Amatru, Dr. Beverly Tatum, and Dr. Joy DeGrew. If these names are unfamiliar, you have a little more reading to do, and that's okay. It never stops. The reading never stops. Never stop learning, unlearning, and relearning. The field of psychology is ever evolving with new research, theories, and practices emerging continually. Commit to lifelong learning. Be curious and stay engaged, and keep up with those CUs. Engage with the latest research, seek out professional development opportunities, find mentors, as was mentioned earlier, and be in environments where you can expand your knowledge and grow. By doing so, you will continue to excel in your career. I want to also take a moment and hold space for the under-respected and often unnamed and uncredentialed healers. May you never forget them or value their importance in our communities, operating in a world of applied psychology through their lived experiences. I want to name the pastors and prayer warriors. I want to name the root workers, the big mamas, the tarot ladies, the hairstylists, the barbers, the big mamas, the activists who have been holding the front lines of stress in our communities. They may not have these degrees that we have, they may not have a master's, but they've been helping our communities heal, and it's important for us to remember that and remember the space that they create as we go into this journey and never forget their work. As they show up in every neighborhood in this country, doing the work when there is no therapist, no social worker, or psychologist present. I know each and every one of you has a story of late nights spent studying, of challenges overcome, of moments of doubt transformed into breakthroughs. You have demonstrated resilience, creativity, and an unwavering commitment to understanding and improving the human condition. For that, you should be immensely proud, and I'm proud of you. As you move forward into your careers, remember that your education here at the University of Washington has equipped you with more than just knowledge. It has given you the tools to be critical thinkers, empathetic practitioners, and agents of change. You have learned how to listen deeply, to analyze thoughtfully, and to act with integrity at all times. I want each and every one of you to commit to being a change maker. I'm on a plane literally every single month. I just got off a plane yesterday. I flew in from San Diego to be here with you and attend the APA conference that's happening here in Seattle this week. And I'm gonna be honest, I know a whole lot about mental health, about psychology, about social justice, but I don't know anything about aviation. Literally nothing. Watch a couple YouTube videos, but I don't think y'all want me to fly that. But I bring this up because I hope that the pilot does. I hope that the pilot knows enough about aviation. I hope and pray that my days are more used to me on this earth. So I continue to show up in spaces like these and watch people like you advance in your degrees, which is really how many of us have been operating. We hope things will get better. We hope 2025 will get better. We hope someone else will make it better. We hope we can maybe elect someone who will make things better. We hope our neighbor will pick up their trash. We hope somebody else will pick that thing up that we see. But hope is of no use to us, because when we hope, it gives up our agency. Hope is external. When I fly, I'm relying on someone else and something to occur, like the weather to be okay, the plane to be all right. People are talking a whole lot about Boeing and these planes. I'm just hoping that everything is built right so where I can get to my destination safe. I'm doing a whole lot of hope because I don't know how to build a plane. I don't know how to fly a plane. And if you only take away one thing from me today, or throughout this entire evening, I want you to remember to replace hope with commitment. A commitment to be a change maker, a commitment to be anti-racist, a commitment to put your mental health first, a commitment to show up each and every single day in these rooms and show up your most authentic self. And it's so important for us to really, really prioritize our mental health, especially as mental health practitioners. I love that the Olympics were mentioned and Simone Biles, because I've been watching her journey and how she shares her testimonial openly about mental health and seeking therapy. She went to therapy before she went to the Olympics that very day. So it is so important that we model the things that we teach in our communities and continue to show up as active change agents as we transform and create a future for ourselves that is joyous and inclusive for everyone. We cannot be passive bystanders. We're done hoping. Too many of us do this. Too many of us put hope on someone else. Obama ran a whole campaign on hope. Right. And we often do this because we don't see ourselves as active change makers. We don't believe that we are capable of being Dorothy Height, of Martin Luther King Jr., of Mahatma Gandhi, of Nelson Mandela, and all the other change makers that we know that appear to be. As if they rose above a level that we cannot attain ourselves. As if they've done something in their communities that we do not have the ability to do. And now, in no way, shape, or form am I taking away from their greatness, because these are amazing human beings who did amazing things in this world. Amazing things that each each and every one of you are capable of doing yourselves. And so I bring this up because I want you to recognize the greatness that's in them that's also lives within inside of you. And there is nothing that you cannot do. Sometimes we think it's impossible to make change. We think it's too far-fetched, it's too difficult, we don't have enough money, enough funding, we don't have the ability. But the fact is, each and every one of us are all alike. But some of us refuse to be complacent and moved into action. So as you grab your degrees, I want you to move into action and stay committed. Because I am really just somebody that happens to care about humanity, about justice, about wellness, about each and every one of you in this room. And I truly believe that we all have the power to be intentional enough to inform the circumstances that govern this world. You all are already doing it. This postmaster's world you're entering is one of profound change and uncertainty. We have an election coming up, there's a lot of things happening in the world, and many of us are just stressed out, to be honest. And so how do you go into a world when you're already stressed and to help other people alleviate their own stress? It's so important to really stay true to yourself, your authentic selves, and hold true to the different opportunities that are going to come your way, because you have the ability to make an incredible difference in this world. Again, you are all active change makers. And I just want you to apply your skills and the knowledge that you've learned in a way that truly matters and makes an imprint on this world. In your roles as therapists, counselors, consultants, researchers, and more, you will encounter individuals from all walks of life. You will hear their stories, witness their struggles, and celebrate their triumphs. Remember that empathy is your greatest strength. It is important that as you go through, you understand and check your own biases and connect with others that you find throughout this world, and you all can collectively come together and have the power to transform lives. Do not be afraid to take risks, to push boundaries, and to challenge the status quo. Innovation often arises from courage to think differently and to question what is. Your unique perspectives and diverse backgrounds are your strengths. Use them, lean on them, and drive progress and advocate for those who may not have a voice. For those who may not have an opportunity to walk across the stage like this. Graduates, as you embark on this new journey, know that you are not alone. You are a part of a community of alumni, mentors, and peers that are here to support you. Lean on them, seek their guidance, and collaborate with them. Together you can achieve more than you have ever imagined. In your journey to help others, don't forget to take care of yourselves. The work you are doing can be emotionally demanding and challenging and exhausting, and too easily we get burnout. And I don't want you to get burnout doing this work. Prioritize your well-being. Go to therapy. Seek support when needed. Practice self-care and rest. Rest is truly revolutionary. Part of my work is in understanding racial trauma and the impact that racism has on our mental health. And in doing the research of racial trauma, I came across a New York Times article. And in that article, they had showed pictures of the exhumed bodies of enslaved people. And when I looked at the photos, the first thing I noticed was that the muscle had literally detached itself from the bone. And when I was looking at those photos, I wonder if that's where the saying, work yourself to the bone, comes from. And here we are, free people, and we're still working ourselves to the bone. And I don't want you guys to do that. I want you to really, truly rest. I was also a hospice therapist for about 6 years. And when you're watching someone die and spend their last moments in their life, one of the things that they said is that they wish they spent more time with their family. They wish they traveled more. So I want you to prioritize those things. Prioritize the things that bring you joy. And remember, you can provide the best care, but you are not able to provide that care if you are not well yourself. We all heard it. Put your mask on first. You can't pour from an empty cup. All of the sayings, but we really have to put it into practice because we need you. You've come too far to burn out and to not truly, truly rest. As you move forward, take a moment to express gratitude to those who have supported you along the way. Your achievements are not solely your own. They are shared with your family and friends, many who are here today, who have stood by you and been your guidance along the way. Thank them. As you leave this institution and embark on your professional journeys, know that you have the power to make a difference. You are entering a world that needs your expertise, compassion, and dedication. Embrace the challenges ahead with confidence, knowing that your education has prepared you well. Be bold in your pursuits, steadfast in your commitment to make a positive impact, and compassionate in your interactions with others. In closing, I leave you with a quote from Carl Rogers, a pioneer in the field of psychology, who said, "The good life is a process, not a state of being. It is a direction, not a destination." As you move forward, continue to embrace the process of growth, learning, and self-discovery. Keep moving in the direction of your dreams and aspirations, knowing that the journey itself is what will define your success. Congratulations again, class of 2024.